This, my friends, is the MAXPEDITION Gyrfalcon 36-liter backpack. Did you know that this pack has been out on the market for a decade now? For 10 years, this pack has been earning itself a really good, very strong reputation. This is a system that is known for being very adaptable, at the same time, feature rich. Yes, this pack does feature a tactical look, but it has a civilian feature set, which should make this a great product for hiking and even backpacking. If you have a loadout that's minimal enough, small enough, you can certainly get this to work for an overnight trip. Interestingly enough, when it comes to the reviews on YouTube concerning this backpack, the vast majority were done by, or have been done by, like survival channels, prepping channels, and so on. There are a ton of reviews, a ton of channels where the host is talking about using this in a bug out sort of situation. In the past, I've spoken a great deal about bugging out and how that sort of philosophy does not make sense 99.9% of the time. With the vast majority of reviews done by preppers who are talking about bugging out with this backpack, over the last 10 years, they have not used this pack not a single time to bug out. They haven't used any of the products that they're showing off and talking about for bugging out purposes. Bugging out does not make sense 99.9% of the time. Hunkering down does. Bugging out does not. I will talk more about that in just a minute before I get too carried away. Focusing on this pack here, this is the Gyrfalcon 36-liter backpack from MAXPEDITION, and I am here to begin testing out this product. This is a preview, and it's all because of you all. When you all make a request for me to review a product, I listen. And with this pack here, I listened. According to MAXPEDITION, this is their most advanced and at the same time the largest backpack that they've made. And again, everyone, this does have a tactical appearance, but at the same time, it features a more civilian design, which means more people can use this pack comfortably in a far greater range of scenarios. That, everyone, is a big pro for this backpack. With that being said, let's go ahead and let's take a look at the feature set of this system, and let's go from there. By the way, folks, my name is Luke. This is the Outdoor Gear Review. Thank you so much for tuning in. To start, my friends, let's stand this up next to the table. There is a reason why I have this table here, and we'll get to that. So up here at the top, we have a reinforced grab handle. We have two large loops here, so you can attach carabiners and additional gear. We also have hydration ports on both sides. Then we have a compression strap that goes over the front. With this compression strap, of course you have a buckle, you can attach a jacket, a poncho, whatever you want to, maybe even a sleeping pad. With this compression strap, you certainly have a lot of capability and versatility here. With that compression strap out of the way, you have access to the main portion of the pack, the secondary portion, and also the front pockets. We will start with the front pockets here. So on this pocket, you have two lines of webbing so you can attach different pouches and so on. With this pocket, you have two-way zippers with zipper pulls. And on the inside, you have nothing more than just a lot of space. Below that, you have a second pocket. Again, you have more webbing, you have some hook and loop, and for this pocket here, you do have two-way zippers. On the inside of this pocket, you have some organization options in the form of fabric sleeves. Now, everyone, we are at a good point where we should put this pack on the table here. Let's focus on this bottom pocket because this has some very interesting features to it. So you can see here we have some compression straps. These compression straps allow you to cinch this pack into place. That's right, everyone. This isn't just a pocket. This is a pack. It velcros to the bottom here, and you can actually take this off. You can use this with the backpack's waist belt, and you can wear this as a lumbar bag. On the top, we have a grab handle followed by two pockets. On the inside here, we have nothing but space. For the secondary pockets, we have numerous fabric sleeve organizers. On the bottom of the pack here, you can see that it's been reinforced with this rubber-like material. What this is exactly, I'm not 100% sure. We also have two drainage holes for the main pocket. Speaking of the main pocket, let's take a look at that now. Looking at the side of the pack, we have the main pocket here, and again we have this secondary pocket here. We have a compression strap, And I tell you what, let's go ahead and open up this secondary pocket, because this is a very impressive amount of space, large enough for a full-size tarp. On the inside here, we have numerous sleeves for gear organization, and on the other side of this pack, you have the exact same features, including a compression strap. With this compression strap undone, and this one too, let's move over to the main pocket. Now check that out. Look at how far down these zippers go. And boom, just like that, this entire pack opens up. That, my friends, is why I needed this table. On this side, we have a very large mesh zippered pocket. And this side here, which would be against your back, we have a large hydration sleeve along with a loop for the support of a hydration bladder. We also have access to the frame sheet. Extending the pack back up, on the side here, you can see that we have plenty of webbing, so you can attach different pouches and so on. You, of course, have the exact same features on the other side. Taking a look at the suspension system, along with the harness system, we have load lifters up at the top. We have loops and D-rings for additional gear. We have a sternum strap. We have raised 3D mesh panels, along with a waist belt that features 3D mesh, that also has webbing on the sides. That, everyone, is the Gyrfalcon 36-liter backpack. Those are the features that it has. So while it does have that tactical look, it has somewhat of a civilian design. And it's because of that design that this backpack should be rather comfortable. Of course, we will test that out. This pack here stands 21.5 inches tall. It is 10.5 inches wide, and it has a depth of 9.7 inches. The weight of this pack is 5.1 pounds on my scale. The total capacity is 36 liters. It is available in two colors, black and also this foliage color here. When it comes to the waist belt length, this ranges from 29.5 inches all the way up to 64 inches. When it comes to the materials, you're looking at a 1050 denier ballistic nylon. Inside of the pack, it has been triple coated with polyurethane for water resistance. We have high tensile strength nylon webbing, high tensile strength thread. We have YKK zippers, Duraflex buckles. In other words, we're talking about a pack that is made with top-notch materials. And lastly, as far as the stats go, everyone, this pack retails for $300. That's at the MAXPEDITION website. On Amazon, this is substantially less expensive, roughly $100 off of that, making it $200. Going forward, my friends, I plan to use this pack for day hikes and also overnight adventures. There's enough space inside of this system here where I can use it for an overnight trip. It'll be a minimal trip, but an overnight trip nonetheless. I have no desire to use this as a bug out bag, as so many other YouTube channels are saying that they're going to. Again, folks, when it comes to bugging out, that really doesn't make sense for most people, most situations. There are very few real-world situations where that makes sense. Hunkering down, that makes sense. Bugging out, that does not. In what situation would it make sense to grab this and this alone and then take off, leaving everything else behind? In what situation would you have enough gear inside of this pack to take care of yourself for an extended period of time? You have to keep in mind, everyone, this is only a 36-liter backpack. There's not a ton of space inside of this, and you're not going to fit a ton of gear inside of this. This pack has been out for 10 years. There's prepping videos, bugging out videos going back 10 years with this system. They haven't used this product for bugging out or anything like that. So again, it's just not realistic. But using this for the sake of a backpacking trip or a day hike trip, that makes a lot of sense, and it is realistic. And that, my friends, is how I plan to use this bag. By the way, everyone, I'm not trying to throw shade on any of these prepping channels or anything like that. I'm just trying to get you all to think realistically. I've had people write in before saying they need a bug out bag. The first thing that I do is ask them, what are you planning to do exactly? And what are you bugging out from? With those two questions there, most people do not have answers. And of course not. It just doesn't make sense in most cases. 99% of the time, it doesn't. Anyways, my friends, talking about this pack here, in my opinion, it looks awesome. I do like the fact that it has a tactical appearance, but at the same time, it doesn't look military. It looks tactical, you know what I mean? But not military. You could wear this on the trail, you could take this traveling if you wanted to, and no one's going to look at you any different. That's certainly not the case with all backpacks, especially those that look tactical. And yes, it is raining, everyone. I've been dodging showers all morning long. Anyways, when it comes to the quality of this pack here, it is exceptional. MAXPEDITION knows what they're doing when it comes to making a backpack. The thread work, the stitch work, everything about this is absolutely top-notch. This really is a well-made product. As far as the design goes, I really like what I'm seeing here. I have no issues in that department at all. Everything about this pack, it makes sense, it's functional, and it's well designed. This backpack features more of a civilian core than it does a true tactical military system. Military systems, tactical systems, they're designed more for utility than comfort. But that's not the case with this backpack here. We actually have a frame sheet here, which is going to allow you to distribute the weight of the contents of this bag evenly. We have load lifters, a very generous waist belt, the 3D mesh. You have the raised 3D sections of mesh on the back here, the sternum strap. The clamshell design, the way that it opens up, is really, really smart. And I really, really like that feature. Speaking of the pockets here, everything about this pack was designed to be easy to access. You have large zippers for every pocket, so you can easily get in and get out of those pockets. As far as value goes, for $300, in my opinion, that's just a little bit high. For $200, the price on Amazon, this makes a lot of sense. With that being said though, there are a ton of companies out there that make tactical military systems that would charge you twice the price of this here, which to be frank is going to be less comfortable to wear because it was designed for utility instead of comfort, whereas this pack was designed for a combination of the two. And lastly, everyone, this removable pouch here is also very smart. I can't say I've ever seen that before, not in the way that this company does this. I mean, this was designed to attach to the waist belt and to be worn on the lumbar. That is so cool. There are definitely backpacks out there where the lid comes off, you can wear that as a fanny pack sort of thing, but those things are not really generally well designed. They're not generally very comfortable. This here, I have to say, is quite impressive. As far as negatives go, there's no adjustable torso system here. There's no hydration pockets on the outside. Also, no rain cover is included with this backpack. As far as the Gyrfalcon goes, for now, I am done. I've said a lot. Now it's your turn. Comment down below. What do you all think about this backpack? Without a doubt, it has some interesting features. Features that I'm excited to test out on the trail. Coming up in the future, I will have some additional MAXPEDITION products that I'm testing out, all of which I've purchased myself, including this pack here. This channel is agenda free. I don't care if you buy this product or not. I'm here to share real world information, and that is it. No BS. I do want to mention once more, everyone, I'm not trying to throw shade at prepping channels or anything like that, but some things make sense, some things do not, and bugging out does not make any sense. Realistically, folks, there are very few situations in this world where you're going to leave everything behind and you will want to grab this and only this and take off. I've said it before and I'll say it again. A lot of good people have wasted a lot of hard-earned money over the years prepping for nonsense. So don't be one of those people. Be realistic about current events, what's taking place in the world, and the events that could impact your life. Take what happened here in the mountains of North Carolina, Tennessee, Virginia, with Hurricane Helene. That storm caused unprecedented damage. There was not one person who was impacted by that storm that bugged out with something like this. Preparing for a storm like that, preparing for power outages, all of that makes sense. That's why during Hurricane Helene, when the power was out in the neighborhood, I was able to help out my neighbors. I was able to take care of myself. When there were those who could not go to town and get food, I had supplies to share. That is realistic, folks. Bugging out with this backpack because nuclear bombs are going to fall, that is not realistic. I say all of this because I care, and I don't want you all to waste money. Buy something like this for a hiking backpack, for an overnight trip. Be smart, don't be influenced by nonsense. Everyone, if you enjoyed this episode, if you found it helpful, please hit the thumbs up. I do appreciate it. Make sure to stay tuned as I begin testing out this product, which will be coming up soon with numerous overnight adventures. Until next time, everyone, take care, be well, strength and honor. Bye for now.